All right, for the second half of the session, we have 3 more talks. The first one will be from Timur Putra Satria, and they're going to be speaking about embarking with MDPI on a 6-year technology journey. Is Timur here? Oh, great. Thank you so much. Let's give Timur a round of applause. Welcome.
Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I am Timur from MDPI. Actually, I'm not alone here, but I have my colleague here, Kay Garcias, Anissa, and Ansha. And we are from local NGO in Indonesia named MDPI, Masyarakat dan Perikanan Indonesia. We are working in small-scale handline tuna fisheries in Indonesia, and in this moment, we will share about our experience working with small-scale handline fisheries, especially for the implementation of electronic monitoring device. Okay, this is the outline of our presentation. The first one is the electronic monitoring device implemented in small-scale fisheries. And then the next is benefit and the challenges, and then the lesson learned, and the last one is how can you contribute or how can we collaborate for the implementation of technology in small-scale handline tuna fisheries in Indonesia. Okay, this is the map of Indonesia. As you know that Indonesia is archipelagic countries, consists of at least 38 provinces, and MDPI working in 8 provinces, mostly in eastern part of Indonesia. This is some of technology that we implemented in small-scale handline tuna fisheries. The first one is iFish app. It is a mobile application to collect port sampling data such as operational data, catch data, length data, and then species or catch composition and bait use and the interaction of ETP or endangered, threatened, and protected species. And then the second one is we also try the logbook. A logbook, actually, it is a mobile application issued by national government, Marine Ministry and Affairs Fisheries in Indonesia. Actually, this is mandatory for fishing plate beyond 30 gross ton, but we try to see the opportunities of LL logbook in small-scale handline tuna fisheries because, as you know, that Indonesia has many small-scale fisheries. More than 90% is small-scale tuna, small-scale fisheries, and then it is one of the challenges for our government to filling the gap for this. And then the third one is camera on board. For this, we use time-lapse camera and reeling. This camera on board is the aim for the implementation is we want to learn more about how the practicing method of small-scale fisheries, and then also to know more about the interaction, whether this fishing gear is sustainable or is environmentally friendly for the ETP and something like that. Yeah. And then the last one is a vessel tracking device. Maybe almost you know that this is the tracker that we try to develop to deploy in small-scale fisheries. We use spot trace and pelagic data system. It is to know the fishing ground of the fishers. And this is how we implement the technology. This technology implemented by local fishers, and then regularly monitoring by our field team. And then for the fisher, we select them based on the champion. We call them as the champion with some criteria. At least they have a commitment and trust to collaborate with them, and then because we only living in with them, so it is the approach to have the local champion. And then after that, after we select the champion, and then we also give them some training or some briefing about the technology, how to operate the technology, and how this technology useful or benefit for them, and then how this technology also can improve the fisheries management, especially for small-scale handline tuna fisheries in Indonesia. And then we also collaborate with Ministry of Fisheries and then some NGOs. And then for the camera on board, the analysis for the data, we collaborate with the student of university to analyze some of the data. And then the last is we are not only collecting the data, but also we share the data to the community, to the fishers, how's the condition, and in hoping that with this sharing, it can increase their awareness about fisheries management. And this is the benefit and the challenges that we face during the almost 6 years of the implementation. iFish app, previously for the pot sampling data, we use paper. For one fishing trip, it can spend more than 5 pages. So it spends many paper, and then sometimes also we confuse how to put or how to store that paper. So by using this application, there are some many benefits, like the processing. It's not it can cut the process. If we use the paper, we need to input to the Excel, and then we need to go to the database. But by using this application from mobile phone, and then it can directly goes to the website. And then the next is the challenges. This mobile application, it is designed based on tuna fisheries, and then with specific methodology. So it is the challenges also for us to use this for another fisheries. And then for the spot trace or vessel tracking device, the benefit for the fisher, if we are talking about the technology for the fisher, the most important for them is how this technology useful for them, especially for their safety. Because in Indonesia, many small-scale fisheries, and every year there is always accidents, such as like they lose, and then we cannot find them at all. So by using this technology, they feel more safety, because if, for example, now they are not coming home, and then we can identify, or we can access where their position, and it will be easily for us to find them. This is the most important for the small-scale handline or for the small-scale fisheries. And the challenges for the spot trace, it is about the power, because for the spot trace there is no like solar panel for the energy, and then we need also battery. For one device, it needs 4 batteries, and then we need to, and then it can be used only for 1 to 2 weeks, and then we need to replace. This is the challenges for the spot trace. And then for the fisher, actually the fisher want to buy by themselves also this technology, but it seems that there is annual subscription also that must to be paid. It's around $300 per year, so it's also challenges also. And the next challenge is about the spare part. So we have many spot trace, and then if the device is broken, it's hard for us to find the local vendor or how to fix this technology. Okay, this is about the onboard camera. As I mentioned previously, that for the camera, it is useful to as the tool for verify the port sampling data, especially for verify the catch composition or the interaction of ETP, or endangered, threatened, and protected species. And then another benefit also is it is easy for the fisher to deploy this technology, and there is also alternative for the solar panel. The challenges for this technology, Currently, we collect a lot of data, a lot of videos from this camera, but again, the analysis is still challenges because currently we analyze manually. So one day's fishing trip, it can spend 1 to 2 days to analyze it. Yeah, actually we have some collaboration also with with PhD candidate from Tasmania University to analyze this data by using machine learning. But what that the result is only still can identify like some species of tuna like skipjack, yellowfin tuna. So we need to improve this this machine learning. And then for a logbook, yeah, actually sometimes we always say that fisher doesn't understand about data. They don't want to implement they don't want to collect the data. But since we come to them and then approach them that yeah, they want to contribute to the data, yeah, especially for the fisheries management. So that why they are very, very interesting to help the government to support on data collection. But the challenge for the logbook is still about technical aspect, capacity building, because we need to socialize them. Yeah, this socialization needs not only 1 year, 2 years, but many years. Yeah, to make them understand about fisheries management and how's their contribution on the fisheries management. And this is the lesson learned that we found since we tried to implement these electronic monitoring devices. The first one is safety. As I mentioned previously, that we are talking about the technology for the small-scale handline or small-scale fisheries. The most important is how this technology can help them for the safety. Yeah. We think that if the technology can contribute for their safety, so I think it's very, very, the fisher is very welcome to implement the technology. And the second one is as I mentioned previously, that we need like how to get fasten analysis and fasten report from the implementation. In this case, I think artificial intelligence or machine learning is one of the solution for that. And I know that many expertise of artificial intelligence here, so I think we can collaborate for the next. Yeah. And then also the next is for implementing this, we need. If we scale up this to the small scale, we still need field staff, yeah, to verify, to monitor, and to check the data. And then the last one is, yes, of course, about the cost. The cost for this implementation is still high, so we need to find some alternative or solution for the small-scale fisheries. And then, since we, as Ibu previously said, that even though the superhero, they are strong, but we need to collaborate, yeah. So we are open to have collaboration, or if you want to contribution with us, so you can find more information about us in our website, or you can contact us. That's all from me. Thank you so much.